Hi everybody, I'm really looking forward to our PD next week on our flipped classrooms that we're going to be trying this year. I wanted to actually demonstrate how this is really effective, so we're going to flip this PD also. I'm going to give you some videos, and this video is actually part of your content. You get to watch all the boring lecture stuff while you're at home, and then when you come into the professional development, we're actually going to use it and apply it. So I kind of gave you an idea already, but basically a flipped classroom model means that you're doing what the kids would normally do at home in the classroom, and then they're doing what you would normally do in the classroom at home. So that means you have to record your video of your lesson ahead of time, and then they watch that at home, and when they come in, ready to apply that information. So it might not always be a video, it might be something else that you present. It could be discussion opportunities for them to do at home, but basically the information is being presented at home, that part that you would do whole group, and then when they come into the classroom, they're ready to actually really dig in and apply what they learned, rather than you spending all that time trying to keep their attention and manage behaviors and all that during direct instruction. So it's really beneficial for the classroom in a lot of ways. I know this year I had a really hard class as far as behaviors go. I can only imagine how much this actually would have helped me if I did not have to essentially chase children around while I'm trying to teach the ones that are listening. So if I could have done this, then they would have gotten all that information at home when there aren't so many distractions and there isn't an audience there to watch them act up. So it would really have helped me manage those behaviors, since we all know that during direct instruction is when a lot of those kiddos decide to act up. And then really it gives the kids time to process what you're telling them. It gives them time to think about it and stew over it. It also gives them the opportunity to watch it more than once. So when we're teaching them in the classroom, we aren't on repeat. There's nothing recording us. There's no way for them to go back or rewind and watch that part from 3 minutes ago again. So this gives them an opportunity to really be curious and try to learn more about what you're saying, because I mean, even as adults, we aren't going to get 100% of what we hear every time. So this can be merged in with stations that you're already doing. This can be merged in with projects that you're already doing. This isn't going to mean that you have to completely revamp your lesson planning style. It just means that you're going to have to be really deliberate in the videos that you choose or create. You have to be really deliberate in the activities that you choose. So if you are implementing this during stations, you don't even have to actually have them do the video part at home. You could make the lesson one of the stations. Again, you just have to be really deliberate in how you choose those rotations. So you would make sure that the the lesson and the application pieces follow each other in a logical order, and that all of the other pieces don't necessarily require the lesson in order to complete them. Because if you haven't learned the lesson yet, then you're going to have those behaviors from frustration because they don't know the information yet. So you just have to be pretty deliberate. But the nice thing is that once they learn the station, then you can use that next week while you're teaching a new lesson. So you get this wonderful spiral review. A lot of teachers, as soon as we talk about flipping the classroom, they feel like they're going to panic because it's changing the way that they do things. We know that there are some challenges to this. I know the behavior piece is one. I know that that having a reliable access to those lessons at home is a concern that a lot of you have, especially for our district. So if you think through this with me, I mentioned before that you can actually use the flipped model and still give the lesson inside the classroom. So if you know that your group of children don't have reliable internet access, then that's how you're going to want to apply this. You can make time earlier in the day for them to watch it. You can make it station one, and then just strategically design where the students are in those groups to make sure that they all get the lesson within a day or two. Well, we can tackle those as we get to them with you and your individual needs. We are aware that that is a concern, and we've come across that a lot with this distance learning. So we're there with you. We're working to solve that problem, and there are other options out there. It doesn't mean that this is impossible. And then in second grade in particular, where I am, we this would really help with those kiddos with processing issues and those kiddos with ADHD, because they can, like I said, they can watch that video more than once. They can take their time, they can take a break and come right back without missing anything. All those are really good benefits for those little kiddos in our grade level that need that support. And we can easily do this during stations. We can do this for science. We can start with social studies. I think the key is going to be that you want to start small. So maybe start with one subject, not the whole day. Maybe one with a smaller time block. Even if you're feeling intimidated about it, you could choose science or social studies, since those are much shorter. You record a video lesson, you have activities to do, and maybe they just go through 2 or 3 stations for that. This does not have to be a radical change. I hope that you enjoy these videos. I hope that you like this idea. I hope that you're excited, and we're going to give you lots of time for this to process before you come in and practice with us in our PD next week. So please reach out in our Google Forms survey and let us know what problems you have, what questions you have. We're anxious to answer them. See you guys next week.